All right, so we're gonna get a lot of the, we're gonna pull the motor out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain a lot of the fluid. We are going to start by removing the cover as well, the bumper cover, sorry. That way we'll get a little more idea of what needs to be pulled off, what doesn't. Like I said, we're gonna pull it out mostly because oil pump gears and then space working in here. I watched a couple of different people try this out. Daryl Wingler and Mike Martinez specifically within the community have done this. But watching the wiring, what they have to do, if I can just walk around the engine bay, that would be 20 billion times easier. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll get the battery pulled out because that'll be out for quite a while, and then the bumper pulled off as well. Okay, I fucked this up last time. I don't remember what I did though. So down under here, what a lot of people will do is they'll actually take off all of these front bolts and then pull out the splash pan. I hate that because you got to pull out 20, or what you can do is you can actually just pull out these clips here. I'm missing one, and then these two bolts, and that'll take out the whole splash pan along with the bumper. You don't have to deal with taking out the splash pan, taking out 20 bolts, and then putting the splash pan on. You know, that eliminates all of that completely. We're gonna go ahead and remove this as well. And that way we can get to things like the oil filter and all that stuff. We'll have more access. So we'll go ahead and we'll start pulling all these pins out, get the splash pan loose, and then we'll pull out the whole bumper up front. So there's a few more things we're gonna do. So there is a clip in here, as well as we do need to pull the entire fender liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the wheel. That'll also give us more room to work on the inside of the fender wheel where all of the wiring is gonna be routed. So it's gonna run through, take off both the wheels, and we'll start pulling off the fender liner. Back up top, there are a few things we're gonna pull out. We're gonna pull out the battery tray. We're gonna start DCing all these holes as well, anything that connects to the edge. I'm gonna pull out this fan here, give us some room, and then we're gonna try to figure out a way to pull the motor out from the top. I know a lot of people go down on the K-member. You know, they pull out all these bolts, drop it straight down. However, I was told that if we do that, we're not gonna have enough clearance to put it back up, obviously with the manifolds and turbos. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get everything ripped apart, pulled apart, get as much room as we possibly can, We'll probably configure some clamps here, clamps back there. We'll pull it up, out, we'll be ready to work. So. So we got the intake manifold off. This is just gonna give us a better idea as to how we're gonna pull this out. It looks like maybe we can put two here. We're gonna go look in the back here in a second to figure out if we can find some bolts that we could possibly pull from there. If not, it might also look like we could be able to possibly maybe just bolt a couple here, and pull it off from those bolt holes. But we'll keep looking, we'll keep working, keep pulling things apart, and then we'll get back to you guys when we find it. All right, so we're back again. My GoPro died, so we're back in here. So what you guys missed is simply we've decided we are going to pull off the trans, then pull out the motor separately. I think we kind of got an idea as to how we're gonna do it. So right now we're just unbolting the trans. There's some bolts here. Nori is already working on taking off the starter. We got a trans jack there ready to rock. We're gonna get these unbolted, and what you missed was up inside the cab we actually pulled apart the dash, not the dash but the center console. We opened that up so that we can pull this out fine. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start working on, like I said, continue pulling out the starter, pulling out these bolts, and then we'll pull out the trans. Update.